Hi, this is Nicholas Giovanni, and I'm here with the Poisonous Snake and the Venomous Frog. I just interviewed them and found out a lot about their band and their personalities. So sit back and enjoy this interview. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whenever you're watching this.
Good day. Yes.
Good day.
Good day. I am here with Liam Dara and Graham Bubb, and they are the members of a up-and-coming band called the Poisonous Snake and the Venomous Frog. This to celebrate the release of their YouTube channel. And I am going to be conducting I'm Nicholas Giovanni, by the way, and I'm going to be conducting an interview of the band so everybody can get to know them a little bit and some of their plans. So my first question for you guys is, what sparked the idea of this band, of the Poisonous Snake and the Venomous Frog?
Well, just to start off, I just want to, before we answer any questions, I just want to thank you personally for coming out here.
So much for this.
And
This is a big deal having me here.
I'm sure, and it's an honor, truly,
Yes, very much.
that you take such interest. You know, all the phone calls and the messages. I mean, we had to block you in like 4 numbers, so we appreciate.
He was
that,
persistent.
He was, so we appreciate that he came here and he's willing to do this for us.
Absolutely.
As for when the band came up, really, it's hard to pinpoint a date because it's really a project that encapsulates our life. It's kind of our story.
It's something that's been developing.
Yeah.
As through our whole lives. I think as we grew up together and as we both started to get more involved in music separately, we started to kind of realize music is a way to... It's something we could include in our friendship and something we could do together. And we started playing music together, just messing around on the piano, on the various different instruments. And then, of course, that started the idea. I mean, what if we shared this music with the world? What if we made a band?
Mm-hmm. It's a very good way of using your talents and your passions.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So, Poisonous Snake and the Venomous Frog. It's a specific name.
Mm-hmm.
Can you elaborate kind of on the significance of that name? Why what does it mean? What's the joke behind it or the meaning behind it?
Me and Liam were always men of science.
Absolutely.
Of course, we always were interested in the arts and in the world and history, and Liam especially took an interest in biology.
Yes.
And he could speak more on that. But for me, I'd always found it semi-interesting, and in our long days of work, when we would be there grinding away, we usually you'd expect creativity to be stifled in those environments, but we kind of thrived artistically in those environments. So if you'd like to...
It was these long days of working, doing these repetitive tasks for long hours. And we would start discussing things, and we would have discussions that would last hours about very
deep
philosophical things oftentimes. So it was one of these days at work, and we were discussing kind of the intricacies of poison and venom and the biological differences. And I'm not sure exactly how it happened, but eventually it came to talk of a poisonous snake and a venomous frog as opposed to what is biological. Exactly. In nature, snakes are venomous and frogs are poisonous generally. If they have poison or venom, then they follow that pattern. For those of you who don't know, venom has to be injected into the bloodstream, usually by being bit or by being stung by the animal, in order for you to get the effects of it. Whereas poison, it often affects you just by touching it or by consuming it. So we kind of thought of this idea of what if the frog was venomous and what if the snake was poisonous instead. And then we're like, man, a poisonous snake and a venomous frog, that would be a cool band name.
And now it's great for me to see that our title has brought on so many meanings. Some people have interpreted it as the sick, twisted work of industrial pollution and how it's affecting people. It's interesting to see all the meanings that it takes on. So really, it's up to the person to decide the true meaning of it. But our origin of it was further discussion, and eventually we came across that title.
And so there is one of you guys are the poisonous snake, and one of you are the venomous frog.
Yes.
Can you tell me who is who?
So
We're happy you asked that question.
Yeah.
Number one.
because we, as I'm sure you can imagine, get asked this question a lot. Now, as for the first part of your question, yes, we know which one of us is which. It was one day a little
long
bit
process.
after we first kind of thought of the idea of this band and thought of the name, and we sat down and we're like, okay, if we're gonna do this, we need to decide who is who, and we both thought about it. We discussed it a little bit. Just kind of really looked deep inside of ourselves and the other person's personalities and everything about ourselves.
It was almost, in a sense, it was almost an ego death. Removing the self from, our bodies and understanding truly who we are at our deepest levels. It was a hard process to go through.
And then eventually we're like, okay, we've both thought about it a lot, and we're like, okay, on the count of 3, say which one you think you are after all this. We counted, and then we both
Revealed our secrets.
and our answers lined up brilliantly, and that was it. We knew who was who. There was no further discussion needed. It lined up perfectly, I would say.
Better than perfectly.
Can you give a little insight on, like, I know you don't want to reveal it, but can you give some insight on some of these criteria?
I think a lot of people that I've heard speculating on this, they often only consider which one of us better impersonates a frog or a snake. That's certainly part of it. That's something you have to keep in mind, something that you should take into account. But that's not the only part of it.
It's
not
level.
exactly. It's not just a frog and just a snake. It's a poisonous snake. It's a venomous frog. That is a large part of it. We represent the poison and the venom, and we represent the frog and the snake.
So when you're asking about criteria, I could sit here and rattle off different kinds of things we consider during, our process, but really it goes beyond words and language in a sense. It's more of a fundamental understanding of your soul and your being.
It transcends.
It does. It transcends. It's a little bit like
Absolutely.
art. It transcends the mortal plane. And I wanted
see.
to, we wanted to understand that before coming into it.
And I know you want to keep it a secret. That's part of the identity of the band, the mystery of it.
For now.
For now.
Yeah.
Will there ever be a reveal? Could you see that
Definitely.
happening?
We're not closing that door necessarily, but for now, part of it is it's just such a personal thing, and we're not really sure if we want to share that with the public. And it's a little bit, in a sense, triggering that you would ask that question.
I'm sorry.
I'm not trying to upset, or I'm not trying to make anything problem.
It's okay. He didn't know.
He didn't know. He didn't understand. But, I think it's insulting that you'd ask that.
Okay, well,
because it's so personal to
I
me
understand.
and him. It's like asking,
It's like what?
perhaps it's like asking our sexual orientation.
Sure.
It's a question so personal and so ingrained into our being that I don't necessarily like it to be blasted.
I understand, but I think that there's a curious audience out there who wants to. It doesn't come.
upset.
It doesn't
We're
come
not
from
upset.
a place of judgment.
Don't
it
worry.
Comes from
No,
a place
we're not
of
upset.
interest.
We're not
Okay.
upset. We just want to make
We
that clear for our
understand
fans
why
because we're
you're
starting
interested.
to, I don't want to,
Okay.
I don't want to dwell on it. This is a positive interview. I
Yes.
just want to share that
Okay.
for all the people watching. It's, I understand where you're coming from, and I understand that it's a deep question. But, we want to keep something secret in our personal lives.
And I'm glad that I could bring that
Yes,
clarification.
I'm
to
glad
light.
that you could make that
Maybe
clear.
someday we'll be ready to share, but today is not that.
Okay. All right. So with the band, more just in general, what would you say are you currently kind of more in a promotional phase of it? Are you trying to start record? Where are you at right now with
That's
it?
a great question.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of people see the content we're making and think, well, they're getting started. They're just starting now in the process. They're making this content to promote this. Really, this has been a multi-year endeavor.
The band's been an idea for about just over 2 years now.
It has, yeah.
We're about just over a year into actually working
Yes.
on music, and we're probably only, we've only been promoting things for
Couple months.
3 months
Yeah.
now, so there have been a lot of time spent working on music, preparing, planning, before we even really told people about this.
But currently, I would say we are, it's kind of all over, in a sense, our development stage, but some tracks are being recorded now, some tracks are still being written, but
some are just being practiced and rehearsed.
some are being rehearsed, so it's all over, but definitely the album is outlined, we know what we're doing, and we've worked on all of them,
And then so with social media, you have an Instagram, you have as a website's under construction or it's
website
out.
is
Our
under
website
development.
is under development, and it's possible
almost
that
done.
at the time of this being, released, the website might be out.
And then now there's a YouTube channel. Is there anything next coming in the social media campaign of the band? Do you have any?
I don't think
thoughts
we
on
have
that?
anything immediately planned, but this might be something where it'd be best to kind of hear the opinions of the people. Where would they like to see us?
And
post?
part of that is, we were planning on maybe running for political positionings.
Okay.
We were thinking about that. So really, we're open to whatever the people want. So if you guys have any suggestions for social media, anything really with the band, you can go on our website when it's released.
There'll be ways to contact
Ways
us
to
there.
contact us there.
Or send us a message on Instagram.
Obviously, you can email us at the Poisonous Snake and the Venomous Frog at Gmail.
Poisonous Snake, Venomous Frog at gmail.com.
Yep. But you'd probably figure that out if you were trying to actually email us. But, really, if you have anything you want us to know, let us decide. But
Absolutely.
it's a good question. It's really up to the people, whatever they want. We might have a couple more projects planned in the future for where we want to expand to. But it's mostly
ultimately, I think our goal here isn't to tell as many people as we possibly can about this. Like we mentioned earlier, this past couple months have had to shift our focus towards promotion a lot more than we had to before that. So the music we've had to spend a little bit less time on the music lately. I think once we finish the website, once we have kind of a solid foundation of what we're doing with the Instagram account, the YouTube channel, all that kind of stuff, we'll be able to keep doing all of that as we are, but put it on the back burner, just kind of keep uploading as we have more music to show you, and then we'll be able to really focus on the music, and that's what our hope is. So a lot of people know about us. I'm sure a lot more hopefully will find out about us and find that they enjoy our content, but our goal here isn't to become famous.
Of course.
It's to make good music.
Yeah. On your Instagram, I've noticed in some of the videos that you've posted, some of them have ended with disagreements and hostility. Maybe not hostility, but arguments. Is that part of the creative process? Is that a publicity stunt?
No, that's a great question. And I understand where you're coming from, and I've had a lot of people ask that. It's a hard chapter to talk about, obviously, in the creative process, but look at every great artist, every great musician, any of that. It's part of it. There's creative disagreements, and that's what makes art great, is understanding what you each want.
Sometimes in life you need to persevere, you need to overcome obstacles, and that's what makes the end result truly beautiful, is that you got past it, you recovered.
Part of the reason, it's part of the reason why I picked Liam, is it's part of my personal philosophy that the more disagreements you have, the better the art will be. So I try to pick someone who I very rarely get along with. And I think that has really boosted us into a different plane of artistic, I guess reverence is the word I would say.
Absolutely.
So, there's definitely, artistic material comes out of comfort at times, and there's definitely good things about being comfortable with people. But you also want to be strong and comfortable enough with that person to air your disagreements and to not be afraid.
Sometimes you need someone to challenge you and stuff. If we agreed
Exactly,
with
and
everything
stuff.
if we both agreed with everything the other person said, then if we had a bad idea, nobody would ever mention that, and then just
you know,
wouldn't get fixed.
if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a question, actually.
Whoa, hold on a minute.
It's not personal in any way. We've known you for a long time.
Yes.
Nick, and we've had moments where you have said that we often agree with each other no matter what.
I have said that.
And I'd like to know, do you think that is part of the reason why we've created a band together, or do you think that there's other reasons for that, or... That's my question for you.
I mean, first off, I'd like to say I'm the one conducting this interview. You guys are not.
All right, well, you've been asking a couple of disrespectful questions in general.
Disrespectful, okay.
All right, let's keep this civil, okay? Let's keep this civil, okay? Okay.
But I think you guys agree with each other a lot, but now getting a glimpse on the behind the scenes stuff, it's a natural part of a friendship to disagree sometimes.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, but it's good that you guys have the passion that you have behind this to.
That's a great answer.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a great answer.
Yeah. Moving on. Yeah. So another thing that I've noticed. Hey, I can leave right now if you want to end this. If you want to end this interview, I'll go back.
I'm sorry,
home.
sir. I'm sorry.
Okay, so merchandise. You guys have talked about that a lot. There's pencils exist. I've seen those.
You've seen the pencils?
I've seen the pencils. There's been a lot of questions posed just around like the community of there's one right there. Of what's like next with merchandise. What do you have any visions with that?
Once again, this is definitely a question for the people. Any merchandise, we have contacts, we have manufacturers, any type of merch that you'd like, we could go out there and get. So if you'd like any merchandise, let us know. Obviously, some merchandise. Unfortunately, we're a small business. We're just a passionate group, so we don't have the funds that might be required to fully make and develop these things for free and to not charge.
If you want it and you're willing to pay for it,
absolutely, we will make it for you.
All right. So here's a very important question. This will kind of guide the rest of the interview because you will either offend me or make me feel great.
Okay.
If I was a member of the Poisonous Snake and the Venomous Frog, I would need a name. If you could give me a name, what would you give me?
See, it's ironic, Nick, because I was having a discussion with someone the other day about this. And we eventually decided, if you could see Old Black, he's got brown elements. And we eventually decided, it almost came off almost something maybe arachnid. And we eventually decided the Tyrannical Tarantula would be a good title for you.
Why tyrannical?
It's not an offensive term. It's just when we look at your overall character and your persons and your soul, tyrannical can be a great thing. A tyrannical person can be a person of power, someone who can push others to do what's necessary.
You have influence.
And you have that. You have that ability and that power. And tarantulas are intimidating in a sense. They, people have a lot of fear of them, but they're also beautiful creatures.
They're soft.
They're soft and fuzzy. I was more talking about their skeletal structure, and
okay.
I was more talking about nature, their nature. Just the way that they've been made is beautiful, and you kind of, in a way, capture that absolutely horrifying, scary beauty.
Okay. Thank you.
That's that was my thought.
I feel amazing now. This is humbling. All right, so back to you guys. The back to what the people came to see.
Yes, of course.
The album, your first album. What's the status with that? What can you say with that right now?
Well, we sort of talked about it a little. It is in full development right now. Currently, we're taking a little bit more of a hiatus with it. It's still being worked on, but we're currently, as the head member of the audio team here, I've been working a lot with trying to figure out our microphone situations, how we're gonna, record and develop all of these different ideas. So it's been a lot of that. We're on a lot of the technical work right now of understanding how, we're going to record things to capture our artistic vision. But it's definitely happening. There are tracks that we're recording. There's tracks that are close in rehearsal, and there are other tracks that we're writing And, you know,
Sorry, go ahead.
You obviously seen the album cover picture. We posted that on the Instagram. It's actually our profile picture and stuff like that. So that'll be the album cover picture. We have all of the tracks planned out. We have
defined
everything set how we want to do it. It's just gonna take some more time to.
I'm gonna ask a couple of quick questions about that. You don't obviously it's your album. You can share what you want to say, but do you how many do you have a number of tracks that you're thinking right now?
We do,
Are we disclosing that?
but I'm gonna be totally honest. No idea off the top of my head how many they are.
Do you want me to say it? I believe I know.
You know, there's a couple of tracks that we're still not quite set on.
Sure. This
So
is
it
a
could
number that could
change,
change, but I
but-
think we're around 10 right now.
Right
is
around
the
10.
plan.
Okay.
So we might add more, might get rid of a couple or modify them.
Sure.
But we're looking around average album length, 12 tracks, 10 tracks.
Is there is there something that we can expect with some of these tracks? Do you have any sneak peek details about anything specifically that you want to share?
Good question. If you look on our website and our Instagram, we actually have released a couple of clips of some of our music. Short
Most
clips
of the music you've seen us practicing on the Instagram
is our own.
is little clips from the music we're planning on for the album.
Yeah. So I'd say things you can expect from the music. The whole project is an exploration of culture amongst different regions and exploring that. So you can expect mixing the emotional topics and the emotional resonance of all these different cultures across the world into our own voice.
Yeah. The goal is to not define a specific type of music that we are playing. That's one of people's first questions a lot of times is, what kind of music do you play?
Which is a fair question.
Yeah, of course, of course. Our goal is to kind of with each track, maybe not with each, but with most of them represent a unique individual style of music that references some culture that we've learned to appreciate the music of, which is a lot of different cultures.
Are there some instruments that maybe some cool ones, a cool idea for any tracks that you want to?
There are some instruments that you have not seen yet on the Instagram that we're working hard at.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if we're.
I don't think we're comfortable yet sharing exact
I think most
tracks,
of that will be on most of the instruments that we're using will be on the website. You'll be able to see.
But there are definitely, if you have any questions about any particular instruments we play, you can ask. But there's going to be some interesting stuff.
Will there be for each one? For each track? Will it be sort of a duet? Will there be different layerings of different
That's a good
instruments
question.
Great
together?
question.
We, as of right now, have it planned where each one of us is going to have a solo track on it. So I think we've picked out what instruments each of us are going to play one solo on, and then every other track will be a duet. Both of us will be playing.
Yeah.
So you'll each have one instrument on every track, or will you switch? Will you?
There's one track where I think we'll probably
We'll see.
switch.
We'll see where it goes. But currently, the framework of the album that we've planned since the conception of the album is that it would be acoustic live duets between different cultures and different instruments. That's the idea.
Okay. And then I know you've spoken multiple times about how art is a thing that takes time. It's something that can't be rushed. I know you probably don't have an exact time frame now, but do you have a guess as to when we might start to see some music for the first time?
Well, you've already seen some music,
Oh,
but
yeah.
for
Full length.
length tracks.
Good question. I could not tell you the album release date. I can tell you that most likely it will be within the next 15 years. I can probably clarify that.
Assuming nothing
Goes wrong.
terribly wrong.
Yeah.
Do you have a date, and you don't have to share it, but do you have one in mind?
In the next 15 years?
We have a general framework that we are operating under.
So I really like the idea of April 31st of
Oh.
2042.
Okay.
So
by
Well,
then
we
see
weren't
something.
gonna release that information, but we have a. If you're really wondering, we have a schedule that we're operating under. We have, now we both have access to. We have a schedule and a general timeline that we're operating on, as well as like a to-do list for basic, more recent activities.
In the meantime, in the meantime, is there something that will the Instagram clips of music continue to come out? Will there be an opportunity to see you guys perform live, some gigs,
that's
perhaps?
what we're hoping for. As for the Instagram, yes. Well, as we rehearse, we plan on continuing to take videos. If you saw recently, we started kind of a new series that's going to continue our musical moments. So that'll be kind of a somewhat weekly thing, not going to make
Things
guarantees
can go
that
wrong.
they'll be every week right on time, but somewhat weekly thing where it'll switch between one of us, each of us kind of showcasing a different instrument, playing you a couple tunes from it, some excerpts of stuff, talking about the instrument, how we got started with it, how it works, all that kind of stuff, to just kind of inform the public about what instruments we play and stuff like that. But we'll continue giving little clips of music from the album on the Instagram as well as we rehearse.
It's possible, again, we're not making any guarantees, but depending on what our audience wants and what we think is right, it's possible that we could release songs that didn't make it on the album, or even possibly singles.
Some deep cuts.
Yeah, it's possible.
Couple
we
B-sides.
aren't sure yet. We've been discussing the possibility. So if you guys would want us, please talk to us about that if you'd like that. But we are considering that possibility.
Do you have would there be a possibility of like releasing singles before the album?
That's what we're discussing.
That's what you're discussing.
That would be possible.
I mean, would you like that, Nicholas Colagiovanni?
I think that would be intriguing. You guys have a debut you could make an album cover for your single. Like that would be a fun little thing to have. And then I know you have to get through the first album first, but do you have plans for more beyond that?
We do.
That's the hope.
We do. We'll see how it goes, but we definitely have more projects lined up, depending on our one. Oh, so I'm sorry, I don't mean to
Go ahead.
Interrupt. I am gonna go and grab some more hot water for our tea, if that's okay.
Yeah, we're taking a...
I'll be right back. If you have any personal questions you want to ask Liam, I'll be back. Thanks.
All right. Oh boy. All right. So the two of you, Liam, I'll let you elaborate on this since you have a very cool suit on.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It almost is. It's almost like not old fashioned, but it reminds me of
it's very 50s era.
Yeah, it reminds me of like a Jay Gatsby or maybe a Colonel Mustard from Clue type of outfit.
I like it. Yeah.
So the fashion of you two is always I feel like it's an identity of the band. I guess just like talk about it a little bit. What is your collection of suits? I know that's
Well, we went out to a thrift store and bought this suit and the one Graham's wearing. And we got them for a pretty decent price at a thrift store, and we were happy with that. We feel that the way you dress and kind of appear, it can really affect your image, really. And we have a very specific image we wanted to show the people, and I think that the suits really represent that. So
yeah. I don't know. I just noticed, like, since this is your house, I noticed there was a deer walking by in the background.
Really?
That'll be a good little thing to find. It's gone now, but it was. Do you appreciate the wildlife of this area? It's wooded.
I'm so lucky to be in a house that's situated right near the woods. We constantly have wildlife going by. Actually, just recently we've been seeing a couple foxes that are nearby, which is really exciting. Every once in a while we'll see some foxes just right outside in our backyard. So we see deer constantly. We see owls, hawks. We see possums and the occasional coyote. It's all sorts of stuff around here, and we love it.
Do you have a prediction of what kind of tea Graham's getting? It's taking him quite a.
I think he's just refilling our water. We already have tea here.
I saw him walking by with a bag of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I don't mean to interrupt, but would you guys like any honey or sugar or anything? I'm mostly
I'd
asking
take some honey.
because I can't find the honey, so I've been looking for the honey.
Why don't you take a seat and answer some questions? I'll go figure it out.
Okay. Liam will resolve this issue.
I'm sorry. Also, I left
my pencil's falling out of my sleeve.
I'm sorry. I also left the water in the kitchen.
Okay, first off.
Sorry for the interruption.
About your fashion, I noticed that the tie is dangling.
Yeah.
Is that,
So it's-
is that a part of your image?
So it is. It's part of a little known fact. There was a trend in Neapolitan. There was this movement where early France in French fashion were taking these Neapolitan ideas and influences, and they were taking them. And one of those was they were taking these fine cut suits and they were adding portions to it that were deemed outside of normal, fittings. And part of that was adding an extra bit to your tie. So a lot of people will go, Graham, you don't know how to tie a tie. Graham, why do you look so bad? Graham, you're never going to amount to anything. And to that I say,
you're a failure.
Graham, I just Googled that and it's not true. And to those people I say, maybe learn a little bit of culture before you judge people. Mm-hmm. Nick.
I'm asking. I'm trying to learn the culture.
Oh, I didn't mean to insult you. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I took
Liam?
offense.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Just want to make sure everything's okay.
He doesn't even know how to drink his own tea. I'm kidding. Of course. It was a mistake. Okay.
Sorry. 1 second.
Okay. You. Okay. Don't.
Sorry, guys. I was just. I'm just so happy to have such a great guy interviewing me.
Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. It seems that Liam is struggling to find the honey.
Yeah. I'm tempted to take my camera on a journey here.
Oh,
oh my goodness. Here he comes.
The interview
Here he comes. I really wish I had a spoon, but that's okay.
He comes back into frame with 1/12 of a bear of honey.
And no way of stirring it, and it's upside down, so you can't even get the stuff out.
Why is honey in bears? Do you have a
Because bears like honey, Nick.
Yeah, but like
good question. Yeah. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just getting honey essence on my tea. If you have any other questions you'd like to ask me during this.
What's your favorite kind of bear?
Good question. I'm personally a fan of, I know it's basic, but just the grizzly.
Okay.
Such a solid bear.
Uh-huh.
I mean...
All right, I have some grapefruit spoons here.
Oh, Liam. There's a reason I started this band with you after all. Come on, just a drop. Just a drop. There we go. Woo!
All right, so once the two of them are situated again with their tea.
Oh, I'm situated. You can continue.
Okay, but
please continue.
I've asked all that I can ask about the band. I think, unless there's any closing statements about that either of you guys have. Man, he's putting a lot of honey in that tea. Mm-hmm. Yeah, is there anything more you want to say about the band while we're wrapping up here with this tea interlude?
Interlude?
Yeah, it's an interlude of the interview.
Yeah.
It's a break.
Okay. I think people need to realize that this is a bond that has been shared between two people for their entire lives, and it's just an honor and a privilege to be part of this project.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And we hope that you are enjoying the ride, enjoying being here with us.
All right.
Because we're enjoying it.
So, then this is a great opportunity for all of the viewers to gain a true understanding of the members of the Poisonous Snake and the Venomous Frog.
Separate the legend from it.
Exactly. I have prepared a list of icebreakers of questions that that all the viewers can learn so much Wow, that is a lot of honey.
That was a lot of honey.
The bear might be empty soon.
Oh my god.
Excuse me. So I have some icebreakers for the band. So
We'd love to.
All right. So first question: what is your guys' favorite color?
Ooh, good question, Liam.
My favorite color is yellow, definitely.
Yeah, that's my favorite color too.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
I feel like it really represents this brightness, this happiness that I really enjoy.
Joy.
And it's just, I love yellow things.
Um,
I mean, the walls around here are yellow, and I really like that.
I don't mean to change the question at all, but I would say my least favorite color is yellow.
Why is that? Because you're a negative Nancy?
No, I think yellow can be a beautiful thing, but I think it doesn't work ever in fashion, in furniture, in renovation.
I think these walls look pretty good.
It's really more white than it is yellow. It's
no,
pale.
the ceiling's white. The walls are yellow.
As my favorite color, forest green, easily.
Forest
As
green.
my favorite color. I also like dark, like golds.
Okay, so you almost like yellow, but you
I
prefer it
like
to
yellow
be
with
darker.
class.
Okay, classy yellow. I got it. Who is your biggest hero
Ooh.
or inspiration? You can
Is this
Go-
artistically or just
whatever
in
you
want me to
general?
go first?
whatever you want in life.
My
artistically.
biggest hero is Graham.
Oh.
He's really inspired me musically and artistically, and if he weren't here, I would have nobody to make a band with. So definitely Graham.
Obama.
Okay. Explain. Oh. I'm sorry.
As for my... It's hard for me because I want to say artistic influences. As for overall... It's very basic, but my dad is obviously a massive influence on me. Very hard worker, always supported me. You know, that's clearly one. For people in the spotlight, Stevie Wonder, just overall fantastic musician. You know, Obama is there
He's up there.
because I was trying to think of a funny person to say after Liam Spill that would be a strong name but wouldn't be too long, and I came up with Obama.
Okay. I see. Liam, do you
Great
have-
president, though. Like, I do love Obama. I don't mean to come off like that. But mostly his name was just the funniest in the moment.
Do you have any other like heroes to like? Graham's got Stevie Wonder, his dad. Do you have?
I mean, I have plenty
You
of
have plenty of-
musical influences.
Also Liam
if
Dara. I
that's-
forgot to say that.
yeah, of course.
Yes!
Good. Me?
I mean, I could go into plenty of musical influences, but there might be too
There's
many
too
to
many.
list,
I got it.
honestly, here.
I see. This might be a tough question for you two to answer because it seems like it's been an everlasting thing. But is there a moment that sparked your love for music? Like, did you have a spark, or has this been something that's always been in your life?
I thought you were going to ask a much different question. For music, I think it's hard to really... I think it's just part of my being is to love music. And obviously, you know, with my job and what I want to go into, which is music education, I want to share that with people. And I want to share that. And it's hard to define when such a core part of my being came in to who I was. But I can tell you when I first really started to understand music's impact on me. I was a young man. I was probably 7 or 8. And, you know, I recently started piano, and I was understanding what that meant. And I was looking at these different composers, and I found this composer that I loved, Debussy. And he wrote this music that was just... it captured such a feeling I'd never experienced before. And I can't remember the name of the piece of music I listened to, but it was like Reflect on Soleil. It means the like reflections on the water in French. And I think it's a 3-part series. It's part of a series called Images. And the opening to that piano part is just... I became obsessed with it. It became part of my understanding of music. And from there, I started to understand that music could be a tool to communicate things that nothing else could. And that really began my love for it. So that's my answer.
I would say for me, I started playing music in 5th grade.
Really late.
I started with
Just late in the game.
with saxophone. I was a little later in the game, and then in 6th grade I switched to bassoon. But at that point I didn't really enjoy it. I never really practiced. It was just kind of another thing to do. It wasn't something that I had much passion in. It wasn't until I started taking lessons on an instrument that I found a passion for music. And I started taking lessons on bassoon in 8th grade, and that was my first time getting one-on-one instruction on an instrument, and that really taught me like what I can do. I can make music that sounds good with just a little bit of help. If I work at it, I can do incredible things at this. And then I continued to start taking lessons and learning how to play other instruments. I learned to play the whistle, the tin whistle, and the pipes. And then eventually with marching band I started learning the euphonium, and since then I've branched out to other instruments. But it wasn't until I got that instruction that I really started to realize what I could do if I just put some work into it, and that's when I really started to love it.
If you don't mind me adding on to it, our interviewer here actually is a musician. Well, you could argue
okay.
was.
Yeah.
So my question is for you again. I'm going to turn the interview around here. Do you feel the same about a lot of these music things? Do you carry this same passion? Do you think anything we're saying is unreasonable? Or
No, I don't think it's unreasonable because I have, for all of you who don't know who I am, I don't play music, but I play golf. So,
great golfer.
I'm okay.
Fantastic golf.
Probably the best golfer.
but-
Not probably. He is the
No.
best golfer I've ever met.
Okay, that's nice. But
I have not met that many golfers.
yes, that definitely helps. But I have that same passion with that as they do with music. I think with Liam, once I started getting instruction in that, and I realized kind of, Graham, you want to be a music education major, or that's what you want to do. Like, I love teaching golf. I love playing golf, and it's like, it's not unreasonable to find something that's.
So are you thinking of becoming a golf education major?
No, I'm not thinking of that.
Okay.
I'm thinking of
I'm
being
just
an
that's what it, I'm
engineer.
sorry. That's just what it sounded like.
I think that like it's, even though my passion of music is not as strong as it once was, making music is not there. My passion of listening to music has never been higher. But
Well, that's a passion of music.
yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, it's good to have a passion, and I think you two, it's so good because you grow on each other's passions. Like, you both share a same passion, and I think
I
you
agree.
build it up with each other. You build each other's passions up.
Absolutely.
So there's my answer to that.
That's a beautiful answer. Thank you, Nick.
Do you have a lifetime favorite musical memory, or just in general? Do you have a moment that just stands out more than everything else?
Wow.
That's so tough.
That's a really hard one. I mean, I obviously think the first time I heard Reflect On's Lay is up there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is hard.
Look at me, I'm giving it.
Yeah, that's
tough
a
question.
very good question. I remember the first time I heard the ending of Mahler's Second Symphony. That was a powerful moment for me. Also, I remember seeing Mahler's Third live. And those were both extremely powerful moments in my musical journey. I obviously remember, those late nights, transcribing jazz solos and stuff like that. I think a lot of the music's that core memories of my music journey are just the normal moments. They aren't necessarily like. I very rarely think of these amazing performances I had where everyone was just wowed by my absolute musical ability
Genius.
and looks.
Because
really.
those happen so often.
Exactly.
for
It's
him,
just
and
a
it's
problem.
nothing special.
Every time I go out and they say, Graham, you're so handsome and talented, it's just a normal day for me. Yeah. But it's those days when I'm by myself working that makes it worth the monotonous moments, monotonous, the common words.
Monotonous.
The monotonous.
Monotonous, yes.
The monotonous moments of people declaring their love for me.
Okay.
I think for me, similar in that it's not the big performances. I mean, I've had a number of performances which I could cite, but
where people were saying he was extremely handsome.
Of course.
It was me.
Of course. But I think a lot of my favorite moments have been... favorite moments have been seeing how music can bring people together in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
I play a lot of traditional Irish music, and I've often played it in sessions at bars or pubs, and whether it be around here or I've been over to Ireland a couple times and played in various places there, and it's just really cool to see. A lot of times with people, a lot of times the people at the pub already know each other pretty well from doing it often, but sometimes you'll see a new person come along, and it's just, you immediately bond with them over the fact that, hey, you play music.
Sorry, we had some technical difficulties.
We're back.
You can resume with what you were talking about.
But yeah, I think that it's just, music can bring people together like that, and it's really powerful to see that.
For sure. Okay, I have an equally as important question, and we're gonna try to keep this civil because I know I'm guessing there's probably strong opinions on this. But what would you say the most overrated letter of the alphabet is?
Why don't we just go to the
Yeah, I
next
think we
question?
should
Okay,
skip
yeah, I got
that.
it, I got
That's
it. Okay.
that's personal.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
I think you need to stay in your lane.
Buddy.
Okay?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Kind of been going over our boundaries a little bit this whole
Yeah.
thing, so maybe you
That's
need to
a little
learn
bit
a little
much.
bit, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry.
You got it?
I'm sorry. This is
Say yes.
This is
Say yes, sir.
This is journalism.
Just say yes and be done with it, okay?
Yes.
Can you stop making this
Good.
into a problem? Sorry, guys, what were we talking about?
Okay. Second best way to prepare a potato.
Ooh. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go baking. Just baked potato. Very, very good, but there's a better solution out there.
And that is?
Hey, that's not the question.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I-
No, you're right. You're
yeah.
right. I didn't answer the... Yeah, I'm not respecting the question. Second best baked potato.
I'm gonna go with potato soup.
Okay,
Ooh,
there we go.
bad
So
answer.
now we know their second best way to
Jesus.
prepare
Well,
potatoes.
talking about potato soup, it raises this question which Graham and I have discussed a lot,
Oh, jeez.
and I'd be interested to hear your opinion on this, Nick.
Okay.
So, say you're making mashed potatoes.
Yes.
Now you add some cream, you add in some liquids to get them a little bit creamier. You don't want them to be hard,
Okay.
thick. So you add in cream, and they get a little bit runnier. But you want a little bit more liquidy. So you add a bit more cream.
Mm-hmm.
Now, then you add a bit more cream. Now they're pretty runny.
Yeah.
Pretty runny mashed potatoes,
Uh-huh.
Maybe probably too runny.
Yes.
You keep adding cream. You just keep going.
Uh-huh.
At what point is it potato soup? How can we define that boundary, and where does it cross over?
I think it depends on the person. I think it would be like if you presented this bowl, it's like, what would they say? Would they say it's...
Do you have an average?
I think it's... Once you can easily manipulate the liquid of the soup, I think that's... Like, mashed potatoes have a little bit of... They stick together a little bit. They maintain their form. Potato soup is soup. You can stir the soup. You can suck
They fill
the
the
soup.
form of the container.
Yeah. Once that starts to happen, I think then you're starting to branch the line between... Branch the divide, branch the line, whatever the right word is, between mashed potatoes and potato soup. I think that's my on-the-spot answer for that. Here's a good one, I think. If you guys are going on tour, whether just if playing music, where would your dream spot to play be? Where's your dream concert venue?
Carnegie Hall.
Carnegie Hall?
Alaska.
Alaska?
Just the entire
in the middle of
state.
Alaska?
I do... Okay.
On the coast.
If you're really asking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know how to pronounce their name, but Signor Rose, or whatever their name, they're a band from Iceland. And they did these shows where it was, different spots in natures, and they're this, ambient-ish band. I'm sure most of you guys have heard of this band. They're
Probably.
They're a famous band. But they did these shows where it was, this ambient stuff, and they did it in all these pop-up venues, and a couple of them were, in the middle of a forest. That.
In the middle of a forest.
In the middle of nature.
I see.
Yeah.
Can you guys describe yourselves in 8 words?
So so totally funny and smart and good. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so I only have 8 words to...
Exactly 8 words to describe yourself.
Just us, right? Or the band.
Was that 8? That wasn't 8. Oh.
This spoon is sharp.
Okay, he used all
It's a
the words.
grapefruit spoon. You don't use it to eat.
He used a
You
word.
use it for grapefruit. It's in the name.
Sorry, sir.
All right. Anyway, if
I
you
forgot you were
could,
here.
if you could make it so you would never hear one song again, what song? would you-
Wonderwall by Oasis.
I figured that was coming.
Wonderwall by Oasis, the most overplayed. It's not even really that bad of a song. But oh my god, if another person asked me to play Wonderwall on guitar, I'm actually going to lose my mind.
Do you have an answer?
I don't think I really have
don't
an
have
answer.
one.
There,
Okay.
There's no one song that's like, I really dislike it that much, you know?
Uh-huh.
Pass Wonderwall.
He can have his own.
Yeah, he can have one.
Right
He can
now, yeah. Sorry.
I like Wonderwall, but that's just me.
Because we're not a musician.
If you could, so I asked where you want to play. What concert would be your dream one to watch? If you could go watch anybody play live,
Like, in time or just like anyone?
is anybody, like anyone in any time? Just
I would
who would you
want to see Mahler conduct the Vienna Opera House for like, I think probably his 5th symphony.
Okay.
Is
I
that
would-
too specific?
No, it's not.
I would like to see the first live performance of Stravinsky's Rite of Spring. because I hear
You
that
would be
there
the
were
one rioting.
riots, and I hear that people absolutely hated it and were storming the stage, and it was insanity.
He'd wanna play
and
the
I
bassoon
would really
solo.
like to see that.
See, it's kind of the butterfly effect because the only reason they've rioted is Liam acted like he was really important and then stood up and started screaming.
I
Yeah.
see. Okay. When did you guys realize you were like this?
Good question.
I think we've always been like this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think the first time I got a text from Liam and he said, "Guess what I had for lunch today?" And I said, "What, dear friend?" And he said, "A spoonful of honey." I think that was when I knew.
Did that happen?
What is wrong
That
with
did
eating a
happen.
spoonful of honey? See, you can't say anything.
Oh my god, I couldn't do this.
If there's enough for me.
Oh, you want one too?
Yes.
I thought you didn't want a spoonful of honey.
No, I'm kind of in the mood right now. I'm doing this over your suit as well. Okay. Okay. All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Did that... What do you... Oh,
Dink.
dink.
That's good honey.
It's good stuff.
Okay. So that's what made you guys realize you were like
Yeah,
this
probably.
when that exchange happened. Okay, I got it.
I think we've always been like this. Pretty
Uh-huh.
much sums it up.
Yeah. Is there something that the other person, you can answer this about each other, is there something that the other person does that like secretly drives you crazy?
Once upon a time, there's this demo we tried out where he needed to record these lines, and we wanted this like low stimulation children's show kind of vibe. So we were kind of looking for like that children's show, like you're on PBS Kids, like hi, right? So I recorded mine, and I'm like, welcome, I'm so excited to have you here, hope you enjoy. And then Liam goes to record and I'm barely exaggerating. He goes, welcome to and I'm like, dude, you need to have any emotion in your voice, and we probably recorded it like 4 times. Mm-hmm. So that's my answer.
Liam has an emotionless voice.
Yeah, that's probably
That's
it.
your pet peeve of him. What would you say yours is of Graham?
He keeps leaving during this
Yeah, I
interview.
actually-
I'm
don't
the
know
only
words.
one keeping this thing running. All right,
Uh-huh.
we already had one technical difficulty.
Yeah.
I'm not having another. I can only edit so much of this thing.
Yeah. What are you guys' favorite ice cream flavors?
Michigan, what is it? Very specific brand, but it's like Michigan Cherry Chocolate Sundae.
Okay.
So good. Like real cherries, ton of chocolate in there, really good vanilla bean. It's delicious.
Okay. What about you, Liam?
We make a lot of homemade ice cream
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the time, and
Narcissist.
we make this one that's this brown sugar bacon pecan. It's delicious.
Okay.
It's one of my favorites.
It's your favorite?
Yeah.
It's very good.
Mm-hmm. What is your favorite soup?
Unironically, probably potato soup.
Okay. It's your unironic. What's your ironic favorite soup?
Clam chowder.
Okay.
I'm too funny to follow up.
Unironic. I'm actually gonna have to agree.
Yeah.
Do
That was so
do you
weak.
ironically?
I do have an ironic answer as well, and that's French onion soup. One time,
It's on the website.
one time for our marching band section themes for our rehearsal that night, the theme was dress like your favorite soup, and I dressed like French onion soup and had a shirt with the colors of the French flag. I had a beret. I had a big loaf of bread and a bag of onions,
There you
and
go.
I think it was a pretty awesome costume. And
Yeah.
then-
If we want to add on to that, there's another story about that.
So then, since I had this whole costume prepared, it came time a
When
couple
trick or
months
treating
later
came
for
around.
Halloween Day, and Graham and I, neither of us really had anything going on for Halloween, so I went over to his house. We
It was
hung out
very
for a
nice.
little while. We passed out candy, whatever, and we're sitting there passing out candy, and I'm in my French onion soup costume, and eventually we run out of candy. We did not have enough candy.
We
should
did
have
not
bought
have
more,
enough
whatever.
candy.
Mm-hmm.
But kids kept coming by, and
And we kept on saying, well, we don't have candy.
we don't have candy,
And
and
they get
I'm
upset.
like, okay, I have this bag of onions. If you like an onion,
Oh my gosh.
These kids.
these kids loved them.
I
Every
mean,
single
it was
kid was way more
crazy.
excited. It was, we don't have any candy. Oh, okay. I mean, I have these onions.
And they were
You
like,
want
"Oh
that?"
my
They were
God.
like, yes, onions.
I mean, they were so excited.
it was incredible.
Well,
it was magical.
I wonder
really.
what their parents.
Oh
thought
my
when
god,
they
there
came
one
over.
guy we gave it to him and
Yeah.
and he went, "This is the best Halloween
Yeah,
ever."
a
He
parent
literally
came
said
by,
that.
and a parent came by with their kid, and he's like, "Yes, an onion. That's incredible. I would love an onion."
That's awesome.
Okay,
I mean-
sure, take them.
We ended up giving away a whole bag of onions.
Yeah, a whole
In
bag,
like
maybe
10 minutes
12
as
onions,
well.
I don't know.
It
Look
wasn't
at that.
even like it was that.
I love that
Uh-huh.
story. I'm so mad I never heard that before.
Have you really never heard
No,
that? That's a
an
classic.
awesome story.
Yeah.
What is if you could have one superhero power? What would it be?
I'm waiting to see Liam's answer because if he
I don't
says
know.
something, I'm making fun of him.
No, go ahead.
Okay. See, there's a lot of good answers, but I think the easy answer is teleportation
Okay.
or super speed. If you have super speed, you pretty much have every superpower, like on the planet. I think super speed's the
Super speed, okay.
I'd like to be able to talk to animals, and them be able to talk back.
Uh huh.
Wait, hold up.
Just to
hold up,
specify.
hold up.
I can already talk to animals. They just don't usually
This,
talk.
oh, hold up.
Okay,
This
yeah, I
raises
got
a
it.
question. Do you want the power to be that you can talk to animals and they talk back because they can speak English, or do you want to be able to
No,
talk
I
animal?
want to be able to talk animal
Okay,
language.
all
So
right.
you could like bark at a dog and it would understand.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Uh huh. What are your guys' thoughts on pineapple on pizza?
I don't
I'm a
order
fan.
that usually. That's not my go-to,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't dislike it.
I was gonna
I'm not
say-
somebody who's totally against it. Like it's
I've only
sacrilegious to
had
do
it-
You know.
I've only had it a couple of times. My first time I ever had it, it was Liam Dara, one of Liam Dara's parties, and it's good. I think depending on the pizza, it's very good.
Okay. So you guys have whatever you need to make this, but like, what is your dream sandwich? Just starting all the details of the sandwich.
Filet mignon,
Okay.
sliced, medium probably to medium rare. Lay it down. Put an over easy egg on there. Actually, under easy. That makes sure it's got a lot of pepper on there. Then we're probably gonna take some avocado, spread that on it. For cheese, kind of a weird pick, but I think I'm just gonna go with some Swiss or maybe some truffle cheese of some kind. Slap it down. Maybe drizzle some balsamic
Yeah,
over
truffle
it.
cheese is definitely a basic option.
But
On what type of bread?
sourdough.
Toasted or untoasted?
Oh, toasted.
Toasted. Okay.
Toasted, but like golden brown,
Nice,
and
okay.
with oil in a pan.
Okay. What about you, Liam?
I'm not a huge sandwich guy. I like a good sandwich occasionally, but it's not my favorite. And
Okay.
this probably isn't going to be that very very complex of an answer. I will
Ouch.
say, first of all, no egg is going anywhere near my
Oh,
dream sandwich.
come on, dude.
Ugh,
Seriously?
Never. Yeah.
The runny egg.
Definitely
There's
not.
this bar near here that makes something called the Hangover Burger. All right? Don't make fun of my gestures. It is this huge, like, half-pound burger with tater tots loaded
That
on
sounds
top.
awesome.
And they have 2 under easy eggs that just yolk all over. It is so good.
That sounds amazing. Did you know I used to say, instead of yolk, I would say yolk? I would pronounce the L. Yolk.
That's kind of
Egg yolk.
cultured, Nick.
No, it's not. I also have been told that I don't say vanilla. See, I say it vanilla. It's vanilla.
Yeah, it's vanilla.
And then milk.
I say milk
You
weird.
say milk weird too.
I also say breakfast, I think is how I
Yeah,
say
you
it.
don't. You say a lot of words.
Ouch.
Weird.
You say a lot of words.
You do say a lot of
you
words.
talk a lot.
You
Yeah,
say very
true.
many
You need
words.
to just be quiet sometimes.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, that's so. It's okay. I don't know why I said that. Oh, because you said yolk, and I thought yolk. Okay.
Did you
anyway.
ever answer?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, wait a minute.
right.
Also, I'm sorry if you are going to answer. I just want to point out we've officially crossed the hour mark right
Okay.
now.
There's not too many
so,
more questions.
So to the
left,
people who are still watching this,
get
which
a
is
life.
probably-
I'm amazed.
Yeah.
I was
I
gonna,
mean, find something
Yeah,
better.
find
I was
something
gonna
to
say
do.
maybe my mom, but I don't even think my mom would
No,
watch this
I can't
far.
imagine. I feel like anyone who's here, you must have skipped to the end, and
Yeah,
I don't
like
blame
the
you
last
for
10
it.
Well, no,
minutes.
this isn't in the this. Yeah, there's still a couple minutes left.
Yeah,
probably.
you skip to the
So-
last couple minutes to see if it gets more interesting. It doesn't. There's not much interesting.
We got louder.
There's the occasional interesting bit in the middle, but you're just gonna have to find that. And
To
good luck.
to offer some reward. Is there a reward that you guys would like to offer the people who hear this? Some secret.
If you okay, how about this? If you send us a video, a time lapse of you watching the video all the way through with the video on a
But
on
you
a
can't
computer,
be like working on something else.
no,
with it.
you have to
need
be sitting there
focused
like
on it.
this.
Yeah.
We will make you merch specifically for you, saying like I watched
Your face.
the PSVF. I'll pay for it if Liam doesn't pay for it. I watched the PSVF interview all the way through. I will pay for that and make it for
We
you,
will
and you will
make
get it.
you something. What are we gonna make?
Now, I when I say merch, I'm not necessarily guaranteeing that it will be like a shirt. But if you want like a keychain, if you're willing, I mean, if you're willing to spend like $5-10 on it, I'd be willing to pay for the rest of it for a
That's
shirt or
something
something.
that's something that you need to post. Make that
The
promise
challenge.
claimed. Yeah.
No, people are gonna fake it. That's how I know. Is because if you know about this challenge,
you watched
you
all the way
watched
through.
all the way through.
Yeah. Look at you. You're
I'm genius.
You're outsmarting everybody. Okay. Anyway, what is your dream sandwich?
Right.
Yeah.
I think I agree. Toasted sourdough bread. I'm not a. I don't know about steak on a sandwich. I mean, steak's great on its own, but I don't know if steak on a sandwich is really my go-to.
You have horrible opinions.
I like turkey. I mean,
Okay.
it's very
Oh my
classic.
God,
but
dude.
I like. I mean, obviously not like just regular deli turkey, but like good
Like real turkey.
real turkey on a sandwich.
Like
But
day
steak
after
is
Thanksgiving
bad.
Turkey.
But steak is bad. But you'll have shredded turkey.
Steak's not bad. I'm not saying shredded.
Boiled turkey.
Steak's not bad. It's just it's not made
Sautéed
for a
turkey.
sandwich. I don't think.
It's a sandwich. You put meat in a bun. All meats are made for sandwiches. I'd have an oyster
Some meats
sandwich.
go better than others in a sandwich.
Would you have a Rocky
Your
Mountain oyster
sandwiches.
sandwich?
No.
No. Okay.
Definitely not.
I was just seeing where the line gets drawn.
Yeah, no, that's too
No,
far.
that's too much. Okay.
Yeah. You'd also need like ice in the sandwich. Yeah, I still don't think you've answered the question. I've cut him
Yeah.
off like 6 times.
There's turkey and sourdough bread in the
Uh-huh.
sandwich.
As we said, Graham says a lot.
I'm
of
sorry.
yeah,
words,
and
I'm
very
sorry.
many words.
and yeah, cheese is really where it's difficult for me to pick.
In case anyone who doesn't know this, Liam is a cheese connoisseur. So,
Like, what cheese goes best on a sandwich? I really like a good Havarti,
Yeah, that's a good pick.
nice, creamy
That's a good pick.
Danish Havarti.
Am I allowed to add to this question?
Go ahead.
What wine pairing?
Well, generally, for drinks pairings, you want to kind of identify the region that best represents the food. Like, if you're eating food from France, drink French wine with it. If you're
That would
eating
make
food
sense.
from Italy, drink Italian wine with it. And if you follow that rule, you'll generally have good pairings. But, I'm no expert in this. I don't drink a lot of wine myself.
So you want a Danish wine.
If you're going with a Danish cheese, maybe you do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you have turkey and
I don't know
cheese.
that,
Yeah, that raises the question. What if the
I don't know
area...
that the Netherlands
like,
is
I
really
was gonna
known for
say,
maybe a Danish beer.
If they make
is what I'm
a really...
saying,
Okay,
you
that
know.
would make more sense. I was going to say,
Yeah.
if they make a really bad
this
wine...
isn't just about wine. Find a drink that is
Yeah.
made in that region.
Look at that. There's some
Root
good
beer?
advice for all
Root
of
beer?
you. For all of you watching this.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have turkey and cheese.
Maybe sprouts on it.
Oh my god.
I
So pretentious. Sprouts.
Are you saying somebody else's pretentious?
Okay, at
is
least I had
crazy
real
work.
food on mine, alright?
maybe I'll just stop talking.
I'm
Yeah,
joking.
well,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I
I'm
mean,
joking.
No, this is a controversial
Um,
question.
and-
Clearly, we can't even let him finish it.
I don't think I would put much else on it. I think
That's
that-
fair.
maybe-
I respect
maybe-
them. I
Maybe
respect
avocado.
Them. I think avocado is a pretty good choice for a fancy
Yeah.
sandwich. I respect how minimalist it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we talked about it a little. I don't even know if Liam can possibly answer this question, but what is your favorite type of cheese? Yeah, I don't even
I
know
mean,
if you can
I don't
even
know
say
if I
that.
Just a good old. I'm a truffle guy. I love truffles. So like, if you
Excuse me.
put the thing is I like truffles so much I don't even want the cheese to distract for the truffle. So I would probably eat a whole wheel of like truffle Gouda. That's probably my answer. I'm pretty basic.
Gouda the Buddha.
Gouda the Buddha, baby.
What's called? There will
No
be-
one understands.
Nobody
that
will
joke
understand
here,
that except maybe one person, but
which probably isn't
probably
much
will not be
for-
watching right now. So
I mean, I just find it so hard to pick one. There
Yeah,
are so
that's
many good
understandable.
Do you have a
ones.
cheese you hate?
Not really.
no, you just like all cheeses.
There are
Kraft
so many
singles?
different- That's not real cheese. I mean,
I got a couple more questions. So, if you become president, you could do anything you want. Like in this hypothetical scenario, you can do anything you want.
oh, I'm not. You're not actually voting me for president.
No, I'm just saying, like you.
This
are
is
the,
hypothetical.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just saying, you're president. In this hypothetical world, you have complete power to do one thing. What are you doing? Like you can do whatever you want, change the world, however you see fit. What's your one decision that you're gonna make first?
I think I'd end world hunger.
Okay, that's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good.
I'd
good-
probably make world hunger worse.
Okay, understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make some more inequality. Lovely. Who would win in a fight? A toaster-sized?
Oh, I
dra-
thought you were saying us.
No, no. Yeah, let's
would-
do that. Let's do that. Who would win in a
Me.
fight?
I'm taller than you.
So,
Okay, I'm taller than you. I go to the gym, kind of, most of the time.
do we have weapons?
That's you guys can.
Oh,
decide that.
come on. No, you do fencing. That isn't fair.
I think if we have
if
any
you have
weapon,
any weapon, he wins.
I win.
Hand to hand, though, I think I'm beating.
Maybe
I
that
think
could be-
I'm more willing to hurt you than you are.
I do
Yeah, that
actually
is
agree
true,
with
actually.
that. I think Liam has a deep down part of his body that would want to hurt me.
Maybe this could be an Instagram promotion.
Boxing match?
Poisonous Snake, Venomous Frog boxing match. But no, back
I don't
to
know.
my-
I think it's kind of a toss-up.
Yeah.
But back to my question. My planned question was, who would win in a fight? A toaster-sized dragon or a dragon-sized toaster?
Toaster-sized dragon.
So,
Is it sentient? Like,
is it sentient, this toaster?
would the toaster...
Could be.
Like, well, that completely changes my answer.
Well, no, actually, no. It's a toaster.
Okay, so the toaster...
It's just a really big toaster.
This is what
Is
I was
it
going to
on?
ask. Yeah, is it on?
It can be on.
Okay, does the dragon know how a toaster works? Has
No,
the
it's
dragon seen a toaster before?
No, this isn't
No,
even...
it's the
I think
dragon.
we're going too far. Just overall, right? The toaster... how could a toaster beat a dragon? That's my
The
question.
dragon doesn't know how the toaster
dragon
works.
and the
It's a
toaster-
giant
You need
toaster.
an input.
The dragon.
You need an input to start a toaster. Is the
It's
toaster
trying to
already
climb up
on?
the toaster. It accidentally turns the toaster on. As it's climbing up more, it says, "Ooh, what's in here?" It crawls down into the toaster. Suddenly, it's fried.
Okay.
Exactly.
I mean,
Liam, if you
and
think
this
that's
is a massive
likely...
toaster. This
It's
is
a
like
giant
huge
toaster.
Dragon.
Okay, here's my question: is the dragon even heavy enough to push down the lever?
Sure, it's a dragon. They're strong.
It's a toaster-sized dragon. This dragon probably weighs as much as like a corgi.
But toasters are designed to be easy to push down.
Yeah.
Can we put a poll in here for this?
Yeah, we'll do that. This could be Who
Yeah.
would win in a fight? Everybody, a toaster-sized dragon or a dragon-sized toaster?
We're gonna live stream this battle later on.
I would like to thank ChatGPT for that question. Have you guys seen the clip of? I know it's AI, but have you seen the clip of like Boris Johnson being like, "I love AI.
Yeah.
I love AI. I love ChatGPT. Do you like
You know,
ChatGPT?"
it's hard for us
I love
because as
ChatGPT.
artists we absolutely hate now.
Yeah, we don't support. The use
You don't
of
support
AI.
You don't support AI. All right. Easy there.
Don't mind him.
You guys are gonna want to argue this for half an hour, but I'm gonna cap this short. We're gonna cap it short. So don't go too crazy in it. How many holes?
Trees do not taste earthy. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
How many holes does a straw have?
So
Yeah, this is a good
Actually,
question.
no, we agree on this because
We do agree on this actually.
we've discussed
Okay, yeah.
a lot about the nature of holes and what defines.
And I think
a
it's the
hole.
only argument we've ever had that
I
we
think so.
actually agreed on.
Now you are all gonna hate this
This answer.
our
No.
answer because you're not gonna agree at all. So pretty much,
There is an infinite amount of holes in a straw. Is
No,
the
no.
answer, essentially.
the straw has one hole inside of itself, and the straw itself is a hole in the air.
So two.
two, essentially. If you
Because we classified that a hole would be anything that is different than the expected material pretty much that's in it.
You
Okay.
would expect there to be air because there's air all around it, so the straw is forming a hole in the air.
So then
but
I'm a
also,
hole.
You're a hole.
you're a
I'm a
hole.
hole.
You're a hole.
Paper's a hole.
But then
Everything's
also,
a hole.
Everything about you's a hole.
you have this.
I'm a hole.
You have
You
this
just called
tube
me a
of
hole.
straw where you'd expect there to be plastic in the middle, but there's not. There's this air in the middle, which is a hole inside of the plastic. So there's
So-
a hole inside and the hole outside.
Now, the thing where that gets difficult is like if you look at a pool, you could argue that there's simultaneous holes going on, but we decided that a hole, there can only be one hole and it's filled with whatever material.
Exactly. Yeah, a pool is a
pool,
hole
yeah.
that's filled with water.
And I think we
But
decided.
the pool itself might be a hole in the ground, the
Yeah.
concrete part,
I think we also decided that.
Pools just break everything.
I think
but
we
you can
also
only have
decided
one
that the only
hole.
thing
Okay.
that isn't a hole is space. That was it, right?
Yeah.
The only thing that is not a hole in our universe is space. Because we
that's
don't
where-
expect
that's
anything.
where things really
Get weird.
Is
The quantum.
if you're in a vacuum,
Okay. By the way, everybody watching, my thought is it has one hole because it's just like a through hole. It goes through the
Yeah.
whole object. That's like a real
Yes.
engineering answer.
That is an engineering
but
answer.
obviously, I don't.
You don't care?
I don't
Okay.
think as deep as you guys do about this kind of stuff.
Our
but-
philosophers.
Yeah. All right. I think I have three more. What would your last meal be? Your
I
last
figure I
supper.
probably won't know. I figure
Well,
it'll
no, but, like,
probably
if
be
you got
my
to
last
pick.
meal, and I just
Yeah.
won't even realize.
But no, but if you were like on death row and you picked your last meal, what would you pick?
My perfect sandwich.
Your perfect sandwich. Okay. What side would you have with that? Would you have a side with it?
Mashed potatoes, glass of like red wine. I don't even like red wine that much, but like it just feels right.
Yeah, it fits.
The pairing is right with
Yeah.
the steak and the avocado.
And yeah, exactly.
I'd probably have a 2-liter of zero sugar root beer.
Zero sugar.
Why
Why zero sugar? You can
Because
have as
I
much
only
sugar
drink
as
zero
you-
zero
do you?
sugar.
Okay.
Yeah, it's because my dad, but I only drink zero sugar, so I'm used to
Okay.
that. Other things, I'd probably, that'd probably be it. Mashed potatoes, my sandwich, and a bottle of red wine.
And a bottle of zero sugar root beer.
And a 2-liter of zero
Yeah,
sugar root beer.
2
And
liter.
I'd want it to be in like those kids' plastic red cups.
Okay. What about you, Liam?
It's such a hard question. I mean, I think it depends.
I already
on-
have his planned
It
out.
depends on
Continue.
It depends on so many factors.
Yeah.
Like depending on what I've eaten in the past couple of days.
That's
I think
true.
It
That's
changes
true.
that
Okay.
answer.
Do you have one in mind? Like, would be a safe?
No.
No. Okay, that's fine. I know you probably both have a lot of them, but
Absolutely.
one that comes to mind, just off the top of your head, what is one hill that you would die on? Try to make this a new one. Make it one that you guys haven't told each other
man.
yet before.
I feel like it'd be. There's this hill just outside, just in the backyard. I think it'd be a good place to die.
Okay.
A hill I would die on. Like, I'm actually trying to think of one.
Mount Everest
I have
probably
actually-
would be.
No,
Okay.
If you'd like me to go first.
Yeah, you can go first. I'll think of mine.
So, a lot of people aren't gonna like this,
Oh boy. It's a good start.
but pandas,
Oh boy.
Oh.
they are absolutely useless. They are stupid biologically. I think we ought to let them just go extinct.
Okay.
They are biologically carnivores. They're bears. They're made to be carnivores. Yet they only will eat bamboo, and because of that, they can't get the proper nutrients from bamboo, so they have to eat tons and tons and tons of it to even survive. Humans have to plant more bamboo just for bamboos to survive.
Bamboos.
For the bamboos.
Just for
Humans do have to plant bamboo
for
for
the
bamboo
for the,
to
for the
survive.
pandas to survive. And
Correct.
if we stopped planting bamboo, they would just die.
So
And
let's stop it.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to. They don't want to mate. They don't want to reproduce. They want to just sit there eating bamboo all day, and we are for some reason allowing that.
Those lazy losers.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. What about you, Graham?
This is specific,
Okay.
but... And obviously there's some leeway here.
It's a mound you would die on. It's specific.
Yeah, if you go to a restaurant and you order a sandwich that isn't like this tall, and you specifically ask for a steak knife to cut it, get over yourself. Just eat the sandwich like a normal person. Anyone who's like, hey, can I get an extra steak knife with his meal in mind? I want to cut my sandwich down the center. Eat the sandwich. No one cares about you. Like, just eat your sandwich. I don't understand it. You want an even distribution of the ingredients on your first bite? If that's the case, why are you saving your worst bites till the end?
Exactly.
It's ridiculous to me. Eat your sandwich.
So you're saying maybe the best way to eat a sandwich would be outside in? Get all the worst bites out of the way with
It's
first?
That's what I do.
complicated. It's a complicated
Well,
answer.
Okay.
I think it depends on what type of sandwich you're eating. So, like, a burger, yes, because the best part's going to be in the middle,
It's the worst cup
where
of
the
tea I've
ratio,
ever seen.
where the ratio is right between the cheese and the toppings and the bun and the burger.
Mm-hmm.
And you want that middle bite for last, that best bite.
Mm-hmm.
But think of, like, a crispy chicken sandwich.
Yeah, it changes.
Yeah, I
There,
agree.
you're looking for the bite with
Yeah.
the most crispy breading, right?
Yeah.
So
And that'll be on
that's
the
going to be
edge.
on the edge,
Yeah.
of course, because that's where there's going to be the most
You know-
breading. So then you save that bite for
Yeah.
Kind of a hill I would die on. I'm just not a huge fan of crispy food. Like, past chips, but like a crispy chicken sandwich, I just kind of don't get it.
You like a slimy chicken sandwich?
Not slimy, but like,
Runny chicken.
definitely not runny. Lord have mercy.
melted
That's true.
cheese.
Yeah,
and-
no, but like when I eat a
Melted
sandwich, I
chicken.
kind of want to bite into there and have like some stuff to chew. Like I don't want it to like hurt my mouth.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Okay.
Now that might
How
just be a
weak
me
is
thing.
your mouth that
He's
you
got a
can
weak
handle
mouth.
crispy things?
I have a weak mouth. I'm not even gonna lie.
Clearly.
My mouth is pretty.
Is that your
rough.
weakness? Is your mouth your
It's rough.
weakness?
I mean, my teeth are rough too. I mean, you're probably looking at me, viewers, and you're going, his teeth are perfect. That's what you think.
Mm-hmm.
He can't even chew crispy things.
Yeah. All right. We've had a great interview here. To end it off, what are some words of wisdom that you can each leave your audience with today? Okay, they're not very wise. I can.
But maybe we're so wise we're thinking of a better
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
Don't start off your warm-up, especially in class if you're playing scales and you think you're so cool that you're going to take the scale up an octave. Look, I get it, but it's not impressive to anyone, and you're ruining your warm-up. It's my answer. As a brass player.
I would say spend a lot of time practicing scales and fundamentals.
Okay.
A lot of people go right into working on music, and they're constantly like, I need to learn this piece, and I need to do this. You practice your scales, your fundamentals. If lip slurs for brass instruments, you practice stuff like that. You do your interval training, do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do articulation practices, do all sorts of stuff like that. Dynamic exercises, definitely.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That will help you in every aspect of your playing, and you will get better in so many ways.
If I had to comment on that, though, all right, a lot of people are going to hear that, and they're just going to run their scales nonstop. You should run scales. But my practice, I practice 2 hours, and like 50 to 75% of my practice is technique, and I maybe do 10 minutes of scales.
Yeah.
You should be covering every aspect of your technique.
Mm-hmm.
Nick,
Actually,
do you have any music tips you'd like to leave the audience with?
No, I don't. If you're a drummer, play the drums loud. Play them
Yeah,
fast.
true.
Play them in time.
I like how you didn't even say, like, practice your rudiments.
Nope, play them loud. Just hit them hard. Show some passion. Well, I think...
I would like to hear from you, Nick.
Oh, boy.
Just what is your image of the band? What do you think of us after all this?
I actually, besides the band, I actually did like learn a tiny bit about you guys doing it. Like I loved the onion story.
Yeah.
That was definitely the highlight of this 2 hours that I've spent here. But it was, my image of the band is higher because I can see the passion, I can see the vision.
You can feel it.
I can feel the poison and the venom in the air. I don't know if that sounded corny. That was stupid.
And
No,
I want to say before we leave,
Oh boy.
I just want to personally thank you on behalf of
yeah.
on behalf of
Of
Liam.
course. Liam can't give thanks himself.
Liam is so grateful that
And
you came
Nick,
here.
I would like to thank you on behalf of Graham.
Aw,
Graham
I
is
love-
so thankful.
Liam
that
is
you're
so
here as
happy you
well.
came.
Okay.
Graham is overjoyed.
Liam can't even.
express
Liam
it.
is so excited.
Graham could not be happier that
Liam
you're here to
loves
interview
Yes! Yes!
Graham loves you.
Yes, I totally just peeked.
Bring
the
it
mic.
in.
No, thank you. Okay. All
right.
Shake my hand.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you all for watching.
We'll see you.
See you soon. More to come from the poisonous snake and the venomous frog.
All right, so are we filming the OnlyFans now?
No.